happy Saturday, and it's so sunny and beautiful out today. It's going to totally make up for yesterday. I just posted a story this morning on Instagram, and I asked you if you would rather see my designer shoe haul or my Birkin story time or whatever. There's not a whole lot to it. 63% to 37% said the Birkin. So that is what we're going to do today, and there's no way I will not be able to wear my shoes until next Friday. So if you follow me on Instagram, you will probably see them before. If not, I will show them next Friday. So here it is. It is the Birkin 35, and I was just looking up the text to see what color it is. And then I'll go into its Gris, G-R-I-S. Does have Palladium Hardware, and it is the Togo. Okay, so here goes my story. I grew up here in Wilmington, North Carolina. We do not have an Hermes store. We do not have a Nordstrom. We do not have anything like that. And when I was growing up, all the way until YouTube started, I never knew, you know, certain things even existed. I mean, I told you, I remember asking my friend, I want one of those bags with the letters all over it. And I meant Louis Vuitton. I mean, we just didn't know anything like that because when I grew up, there wasn't the internet, and that just wasn't, I've always loved clothes, but I guess it was just the local trends that we were into, and it was just not that. The first time I think I ever really heard of a Birkin and, you know, like a little bit about it would be in Sex and the City. You know, the one with Lucy Liu and Samantha. So I remember that episode, and I was thinking, what? You know, it kind of registered a little bit, but then it kind of flew over my head. I just really didn't get it. Then I remember, I think Carrie had a Birkin later on. It was when she had shorter hair. And then, yes, it would probably be, then YouTube would probably be my next time I ever heard of someone having a Birkin. I do remember on Housewives of Beverly Hills, I remember when Taylor had to pay a lot of her debt. I remember them saying they took a lot of her Birkins and sold them. And I remember thinking, oh my gosh, you know, like that seems so petty to me. But at the time, I didn't realize how much Birkins were. And I certainly didn't know the game that you had to play as far as not being able to get one and having to be put on a waiting list and all that kind of stuff. I had never even seen a Birkin until I went to Miami. Okay, I'll take that back. I think when I was in Los Angeles, I went to see Sheila, and I think we went to the Real, their actual store, and I saw some there. But it wasn't on my mind. It wasn't on my radar. I don't even know what I was into back then, but you know, it just wasn't on my mind. But I think I remember seeing them there, and maybe another like resale store there. And you know, we have resale stores here, but you're not going to find a Birkin. I'm just telling you. I mean, Louis Vuitton, stuff like that, but I've never seen a Birkin. Then when we went to Miami, I was a little bit more savvy, and we went to an Hermes store, and I tried on some shoes and everything, and the sales associate there was so sweet. It was like a 2-story one. If you live in Miami, you probably know which one I went to. I can't remember. We went to 2 of those great big, you know, popular shopping places. One was a mall and one was like a whole district. The girl was so nice. She brought out a Birkin, like the 30, the 35. I think she brought out a Kelly bag. I can't even remember what colors. You know, obviously, I'm not going to be able to buy one while I'm there. I'm not going to be able to be put on anybody's wait list because even when I travel, I'm not going to go straight back. I'm not going to build a, you know, purchase history. There just isn't a good way for me to get one. So I just kind of put it out of my mind. Then I guess just seeing people get them and noticing them on different like influencers that I follow, I guess, you know, the intrigue and the curiosity just built up in my mind. And that's how I am about everything. I just kind of want to see. I want to see what the big deal is. And if I don't like it, I just never do it again. You know how I am. I kind of got on a little just thinking about it. But then because I can't go to a store, I can't see all the different leathers, I can't see all the different colors in person, I can't try them on. It was very hard for me to choose. And when you're spending so much money, because if you don't know, when you buy them pre-loved, they're more than they are brand new because they're so hard to get. So I just realized I hadn't put my watch on yet. Okay, that's funny because when I said that, I was about to say it's kind of like Rolex, and I forgot to put on my new watch, so I'm going to do that. It's like a whole big, if you are not familiar with it, it is like a whole big thing, you know? And so I watched so many videos, and I could not decide. Did I want a neutral color? Did I want like a bright yellow, blue, or pink? Did I want the 30 or the 35? And I would say that was my biggest decision. Did I want a 30 or a 35? So now I was trying to decide which size, and I was watching all the different reviews, and it was just one of those things. It was like some of the things that were negatives to some people were a positive to me. It was just to the point where I just could not decide. So I asked a few people that I know. The main consensus was 30s that are smaller are more popular now, because you know when they first came out, or they were first so popular, 35s were the thing. Now the 30 is the thing. So that's what I was set on in the beginning. But then when I really started thinking about all the things that made me want one, all of the looks, all of the times I have seen them and loved them, it was a 35. So the just absolute cherry on top thing that made me do it was one photo of a like Instagrammer that I follow. Was this picture. Matter of fact, I'll just put it up here. And when I saw this picture, I was like, that's it. I mean, that's the look that I want. I realize this is bigger than I'm carrying now. I realize it's just what I want. It's the idea that I had in my head. Then I looked at everywhere. I mean, eBay, The Real, Fashion File, this place, that place. And I thought, you know, I'm going to have to buy this pre-owned. And I wanted to just buy it from someone that I trusted, that I would be able to send it back if I didn't like it, that, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I ended up asking one of my friends on Instagram, because I knew that she had some, and I knew that we have so much in common, and I just knew that I could trust what she said. And she told me about a resale shop in Atlanta, and I will list it down below. And they had a bunch of them. I mean, probably the most I've seen at any resale shop. I'd say probably 15 to choose from. I started texting back and forth with the owner, and I almost got, I'll put the picture up here, this reddish pink one. It was so pretty. It was just vibrant, but I couldn't, there was just something about it that I couldn't do it. I talked to her one time, and then a couple weeks went by. I mean, it was kind of like a long process for me. The next time I talked to her, I think out of the blue, she texted me about this one. And she said what was so good about this one is it is a special order. Evidently, if you have that little horseshoe thing right there on there, that means it was a special order. And it has a really, like a pretty inside. It still had the, you know, plastic on the hardware. It was just, you know, brand new. So I got it. I got it, and no regrets on the size. Now, will I ever get a Birkin 30? It's not, I can't say that I wouldn't, but it's not like, I haven't looked at them. You know what I mean? It's not on my mind right now. I have enjoyed this so much. I just think I'm 5'6", and you know, I always wear heels, and it's just, this is just, I think, the look that I wanted. I like just the width. I just love the color, and everything. So no regrets on the color, the size. It goes with everything, and a big deal to me from the beginning. I wanted to get something that if I got it and I thought, oh my gosh, this is too heavy, oh, this is boring, oh, what's the big deal? You know, I wanted something that I could resell pretty quickly. And so that weighed down the color scheme a little bit. That made me lean a little bit more neutral, because I knew no matter what, I'll be able to sell this. Now, do I wish that I had gotten a bright color? Sometimes. I love like the bright yellow and the bright pinks. I love the cobalt blue. But for my first one and for this situation, I'm glad I did that. When I first got it, I did not order an insert. Matter of fact, the first insert I've ever ordered was for my Chanel 19, the medium size one. And I ordered it, and I thought I ordered the right size, but when I got it, it was too big. So I'm just gonna give it to Sheila. I think she has the bigger bag. And so I guess I had a bad taste in my mouth, like I wasn't gonna be, I don't know what it was, but just didn't want to order one. But every time I, you know, sat it down, even with it stuffed, I just felt like, okay, it needs a frame. I was just worried it was going to lose its shape or something. So I ended up ordering this insert from, it's the one that a lot of people advertise, Samorga or something like that. Best thing ever, because I just don't worry a bit about the inside. You guys know I'm not someone who, I'm not rough with my stuff. Like I don't sit things on the floor. I don't, you know, I'm not rough, but I'm going to use my things. I'm not going to treat something like it is a child. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to, even though I know I may sell it, I'm not going to not use it because I may sell it. You know what I mean? This really just makes it even better. It's got like the drink holder in here, which I usually just throw my phone in. And it's just, it's really helped. And it makes me feel better about not stuffing it, because I am going to do a video soon on adapting and adjusting and what I have done to get used to changing my bag every day, because that was a big deal for me. I just had a really hard time doing it, and I am going to tell you the nitty-gritty and the silly little things that I do that will help you, because that's what I do now. So I do change my bag usually every day, unless the bag I'm using just happens to go with what I'm wearing. But I love this. Now, since I've been carrying it, I think the first day I ever carried it, I went and had my car service, and I just like to wait. So I got my little chair, sat out in the sun, and I was waiting, and I had my bag, and I think I was actually talking to one of the salesmen there, and one of the other salesmen walked by, and he said, "Nice bag." And I said, "Thank you," because I was thinking nobody in Wilmington is gonna really even know what this is. I mean, you know, I was thinking, what am I doing? And he said he used to be a stockbroker in New York. He said, I used to have a bunch of Hermes ties. He said, when I got here, I just sold them. And it's just such a laid back atmosphere here. I don't think anyone else has said anything to me about it. I don't think. But remember, I hate the mask, and I don't go many places. I don't know if I've ever even taken it in many places at all. So that's part of it too. I'm trying to think of, you know, questions that I was considering when I was looking. This is what I would like to say first. If you have to sell a bunch of things or put it on credit or anything like that, I don't think that you should do that. I just really don't think that anything is worth that, because it's going to put a lot of pressure on you to love this bag. And I think in order to get something like this, and even a Chanel bag, I think that it should be extra money, and I just don't think it should be a stressful situation. That's my honest opinion. So, okay, other than that, do I think it's too heavy? No, not at all. And in the beginning, you know, I had people say, "Oh, Lisa, that's going to be too big for you because it's a tote." Well, I like totes. I love my Valentino dome tote. I don't like to carry a tote as a bag if they have the long tote straps like the Neverfull MM. That's not the kind of tote that I want to carry around. Like even, hold on, even this tote that I carry a lot of my camera equipment and stuff like that in, I love this because it can be carried as a bag and it just doesn't have those long straps. I'm just a big fan of being able to do this and sit it in the car, you know, get my wallet out. So I already knew that that would not bother me too much. I can carry it like that. I probably would never even try to carry it like this, but I guess I could. And let's see, it's got a pocket in here. It's got a mask in the pocket, and I don't know, it's just, I think the difference between a 30 and a 35, if I had to say, I think a 35 is a little bit more classic, in my opinion. I think it is a little bit more casual. It's a little bit more cool girl, where I think the 30 is a little bit dressier, in my opinion. And I just literally have zero regrets. Now, the funny thing is, of course, I talked to John about this, and I waited for the perfect time. So, you know, he helped me, not really helped me, but you know what I mean, he helped me pick it out, and, you know, I bounced all the ideas off of him. So she overnighted it to me, and when it came, he did the unboxing. So I'm going to put that in right here because it's really cute. Okay, I'm doing a little video of you unboxing it. Are you nervous?
No. Boom.
Beautiful. I am so glad I got the 35.
Good.
I am so glad.
What's that do?
That just protects it. We'll open all that stuff up in a minute. Oh, do you love it, baby?
Yes, I love it.
Please, just any questions you have, let me know. I don't think I have. Oh, one thing is the whole scarf around the thing. That's just not me. I don't know. I just don't like it. It's just not me. Remember, I tried to do it with my Fendi Peekaboo. I just don't like it. I don't like the way it looks as much. That's just not my thing. So I would not do that, but I know that is a thing. On the Fendi Peekaboo, I much prefer the cool straps. And I like that, I don't know, I like that it's understated. Like, I like that it is, you know, something really special, but not everyone would notice it. But yet it's, I mean, I feel like it's one of the toughest bags you could ever get. I would totally travel with this. I mean, I don't know how you could hurt it besides, you know, marking on a pin on it or something like that. And another thing, the hardware. I went back and forth about the hardware. And it's not that I wouldn't get a gold one. I think with different colors, I like different hardware. But that's not a deal breaker for me. Either way, I don't really, like a lot of, I think my Chanel denim bag has the silver hardware, and that just didn't bother me. And as soon as I got it, I was so glad. I don't know, it's like a crisp look, and I just think this with the gold would have just been different. Now, maybe a pink one or something like that. I just think it depends on the color and if that bothers you. So that's just kind of like, it's all personal things. It is. But the final question would be, do I think it's worth it? If you have the money to do it, yes, I think it's worth it. I think it's a fabulous bag. I don't regret it. I think you can sell them. I think they're somewhat of an investment. I don't think that you'll lose a lot of money. And I just think that it's worth it. I think now I know, and it was worth it to me. So I hope that answered your questions. I know you've already seen my dress. I was telling John, I came out in the kitchen. I just got this dress yesterday in the mail, and I had just kind of put it over the like breakfast nook chair, and I had to come out. I was trying to sneak by him. I was in my bra and underwear. I didn't make it. But anyway, I put on this dress I just got from Walmart, and I went by him to get the scissors to cut the tags. And I said, excuse me while I cut the tags off of my Walmart dress to do my Birkin video. Because that's the way I roll, and that is the truth. Of course I like nice things, but I'm not I'm not hung up on that. I will definitely, this dress is beautiful. So anyway, I'll be right back. Tilt you down some so you can see the shoes. I've got on my, I think they're called Castaner wedges with the same dress that I showed you guys in yellow, but I ordered the black one. I mean, I cannot even express how soft it is. And I did not put a belt on because I felt like the shoes were the thing. I felt like a belt would be too much. And I have gotten so into the wedges lately. I think, remember I told you that I used to wear these and I couldn't stand them? I think it was because my ankles were swollen. I think it was because I didn't want to tie them tight enough to stay up because it left really bad indentions in my legs. Now my legs are, you know, normal legs and they're not swollen all the time, and I have just fallen back in love with all of my wedges. So if you have any good ones, let me know. The last time I asked you for pull wedges and you guys gave me some of the best suggestions, and one of you, I ordered them and they're so fabulous and I can't wait to show you. And I think that's it. Oh, my jewelry. Okay, figured this out. I knew when I showed you these little hoops from Dean that I saw that little, you know, indention where it probably opened up like this, but I didn't want to break them. And so I wanted to do it gently. I didn't want to break them on camera, and I just wanted to, you know, make sure. But that is how they opened, and I think that they are gorgeous. Someone asked me how I got my post shortened on my earrings. You just go back to the piercing place and they shortened them somehow. Matter of fact, he gave me the longer ones so I wouldn't have to pay next time, because I plan on getting like one more. And so go figure, I don't know, but it's helped. Oh my gosh, you guys, night and day. Definitely, if you get piercings, go back and let them do that. And then the ring, oh, my nails. I hate that I had to do this video without my nails on, but it was time for them to come off. My thumb came off yesterday and they just came right off. And so I usually like to give them at least one day to just, for my cuticles to breathe. So I just painted them with Funny Bunny. And then the Dean necklaces and my watch that I will tell you about in a separate video. I'll just add that in. It's not a big long story, but I feel like this has been long enough. And I will see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.